All right, guys, so we just got the release of Fortnite OG Season 5. And with that, we got a ton of new fixes, which we talked about in our last video. And if you want to watch that right after this one, I'll have it at the end of the video. But there's still a lot wrong with the game mode, so we're going to cover everything that is known. And if I miss anything, make sure to comment down below. But we're going to be going over most of the main details. I'm not going to be going over the minor things like how the Scar has a different zoom in sound. I'm not doing that. But this is things that ruin the experience and things that are also easier to fix. So if Epic Games is watching this video, guys, just fix these problems. Some of them aren't that hard, and it should take maybe a day or two to fix them, and it really does change the game mode, because some of these in here, including some of the weapons that aren't in the game, do make a massive difference. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Yo, what is going on, guys? If you're new here, my name is Tricky. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to use code TRICKYS, TRICKYS, in the Fortnite item shop. I made a promise that once we hit 1,000 supporters on my creator code, I will be going bald. So if you want to see me shave my head, make sure to use code TRICKYS in the Fortnite item shop. All right, guys, so this actually isn't like a huge list. Obviously, Epic Games is going to get a lot of things wrong. It's very hard to have everything one-to-one, especially when it's not the original development team and they have to do everything from scratch. But we're going to go over the biggest thing first, which is the graphics. Now, the number one thing is the fog. I've seen a lot of people talk about this. I do understand why a lot of people want this taken out of the game. It does take away from the experience a lot. It's much harder to see the map and really to get the nostalgic feeling of the game. If they took it away just a little bit or decreased it, I feel like so many people would be 100% fine with that, which ties into the next problem, which is most of the textures and the lighting. Now, we've mentioned these so many times previously, but Epic Games is using the 2023 remastered graphics, and hand in hand with that, Epic Games is using Unreal Engine 5 instead of Unreal Engine 4. But map creators have already proven that Epic Games can still keep the original graphics that they used to have, because there are so many creative maps that look almost one-to-one with the original OG. For Fortnite OG, I honestly think they look better than the original OG. I'm sorry for anyone that wants the old graphics back, but man, the graphics that we have now for OG look absolutely insane. But this still is a mistake. Next up, I want to go over some of the bigger items in the game. Number one, I'll just get this off my chest. I have not found one grappler nor a heavy sniper in the game at all. These were shown in the trailer, and I was so hyped to have the grappler back along with the heavy sniper, because these are big weapons. Number one, the heavy sniper can one-shot any build, which means you can jump in people's boxes, and being able to instantly get into someone's builds is a huge game changer. But also, the grappler is big for movement. You can get out of fights quickly. You can also get up to places that you cannot access, especially if you're in zero build. But I mean, these were both shown in the trailer, so I was expecting them to be immediately whenever Fortnite OG released. But in their minds, they could be like, okay, let's release this at a later date to make it a cooler update. I would understand that, but they just should not have put it in the trailer. Next up, the regular SMG that we just received back has the wrong audio. Now, I noticed a lot of people were saying it was for copyright reasons, but people can't find the copyright or what game it's from. So many people are claiming that this is actually fake and that it's not copyright. Another thing as well is that it's also the Chapter 2 model. Surprise, surprise. I mean, so many of the guns have had the Chapter 2 model. They're going to fix these in the near future. And honestly, I don't even think the Chapter 2 model looks that bad. But yes, Epic Games has a lot of fixes to do with the SMGs. Next up is the suppressed pistol firing sound. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how they managed to mess this up, and it's kind of wild to me because I swear the suppressed pistol has been the same audio since its release. I'm not gonna lie, they could be sabotaging some of these weapons on purpose just to make people mad. But I mean, again, this really isn't that big of a deal, but in the end, it is something to add to the list. Now, the one that everyone has been waiting for me to say, I know that right as you clicked on this video, I would mention this, but the double pump is still in OG. Now, I thought that they would remove this as well, and I honestly, guys, I don't know. I don't know why it's still an OG. I'm not gonna lie, P90 and pump is, in my opinion, so much better. Since the players have gotten so much better over the years, double pump isn't as strong as it used to be, especially since people know how to build. Now in zero build, that's a problem. I didn't really think about that. I didn't think that through. Zero build, double pump is a big problem, but this is one of the bigger things on the weapons and items list that needs to be removed. Next up, the P90 has the wrong model. It's the Chapter 2 model. Even though the heavy sniper is not in the game, its projectile bullet is 50% faster. Now, to me, that sounds like a lot. The heavy sniper is a very powerful sniper, that is supposed to shoot much slower. So if it shoots the same speed as a bolt sniper, it's going to be completely broken when it gets released. Maybe that's why they didn't release it yet, but that is just absolutely insane to me. Next up, the boogie bombs are uncommon. I don't think anyone really cares. I think I saw one person complaining about this. It's not that big of a deal. The Scar has a different target in and out sound. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, on to the POIs. Now, the first thing is that Paradise Palms has the wrong sign. It actually has the Moisty Palm sign instead of the summer version of the Paradise Palm sign. Honestly, I didn't even notice it, but yeah, it would be cool to have it changed back. And it's a few click of a button, so you just drag and drop the other texture onto it. And then one POI that I've been seeing people complain about over and over and over again is Starry Suburbs. Now, Starry Suburbs is north of Pleasant Park. It's actually an unmarked location, and it was supposed to be taken out during Fortnite OG Season 5, but that didn't happen. I don't know, keeping some POIs on the map, I don't really mind. I don't think it's that big of a deal either. And other things that I don't think is a big deal are on map items. One of those being the slurp cacti. Now, the slurp cacti were not in chapter 1, but they are in reload, and they help you regen shield if you just hit the cactus. And personally, I like them since shield is so limited in OG. It's just one of those quality of life changes. And the next thing we're going to talk about is also a quality of life change, but the slurp cacti is just something that I feel like positively affects the game mode. I've said this over and over again. If Fortnite keeps adding quality of life items, more and more people are going to return to the OG mode, which is what people want because Epic Games is going to focus more on the game mode. So this isn't something to complain about. This is actually something that everybody should be happy about. Ziplines. Also ziplines as well. It just makes it so much easier for zero build players and rotations. I don't have a problem with them at all. Again, Fortnite would have to make 2 separate maps individually for zero build and build, and they're just not going to do that. If anything, it adds extra movement and an easier way to traverse the map, including like with the rifts as well. Now, the rifts being permanent is a little crazy. I think maybe after each use, maybe 2 minutes after, it does respawn, but being able to infinitely hit a rift is just, it's insane. It's got to be nerfed just a little bit. Also, if you didn't know, and we're going to make a video on this later, but this is probably one of the biggest problems and the biggest flukes is the expert mode. Now, I haven't seen many people touch up on this at all, but I have gotten so many bots in my expert mode game ever since Season 5 has released. And honestly, I was loving OG Season 5 up until this point. Now, it's not many. It's only about 10 or 20, but it really is annoying since we don't even have a 100 player cap in the game mode. Personally, I've been enjoying Fortnite OG Season 5 a ton. We have so many mobility items. Honestly, the map is in a perfect state, and I feel like we're just in a peak version of Fortnite right now, including with Chapter 6. So if you want to see everything that Fortnite fixed in OG Season 5, make sure to click the video to your left. And also, guys, remember, I am getting a buzz cut at 1,000 supporters if we hit it in the month of August. So make sure to use code TRICKIES in the Fortnite item shop, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.